Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Harpreet A. Singh, and it's such a pleasure to be here to participate in these Women in Aviation Talks. I'm the president of IWPA, and thank you, Lynn, for arranging this. And IWPA has really been happy to coordinate with WICCI National Aviation Council and all the other various women organizations. On the eve of Women's Day, let me wish everyone for tomorrow. Happy Women's Day in advance for tomorrow, the 8th March 2025. And we represent the Indian Women Pilots Association and the International Women Professionals in Aviation and Aerospace. So happy Women's Day once again. And this subject of 25 by 25, we are launching it live today, actually, on the eve of Women's Day, which is so exciting. And I'm really, really happy to be here to announce our IWPA mission, which is 25 by 2025, which means achieving 25% female representation across all areas of aviation by 2025. At least we are going to set the targets, put our goals there, and help everyone across not just the Indian subcontinent, but even in other international countries, help them to ensure that they get to this 25 by 2025. As you're aware that we are a pioneer in empowering women in aviation right from 1967, and we are committed to mentoring, educating, and supporting women to soar in their aviation careers. So on this United Nations theme of rights, equality, and empowerment, I'm absolutely delighted to be here to carry our mission forward. So as you're aware, the Indian Women Pilots Association as IWPA actually started in 1967, so many years ago. And in 2017, we realized that we should not only focus on pilots, we should also focus on so many other women professionals who are in the aviation and aerospace industries. So in 2017, which was our golden jubilee, 50 years in IWPA format, we kept the logo same, IWPA, but we modified by an additional outer ring around our logo, which says International Women Professionals in Aviation and Aerospace. So in 2017, we actually expanded our vision for IWPA. And we have various objectives listed out. I'm not going to read each one of them. But primarily, we have been there to reach out to educate women about aerospace and aviation, give them vocational guidance, mentor them, arrange programs to honor them, showcase some of the women achievers to motivate them, allow them to network, bond through webinars, associate with other societies, and expand the knowledge in the world of aeronautics. So broadly, this has been our theme. And looking at the India perspective, we also stood by the logo Bharatiya Nari Ki Udan Shakti. So the Shakti force. In fact, we were one of the biggest catalysts to get India to have the highest percentage of women pilots. People don't know the behind the scene, the work that has been carried out by IWPA to ensure that we reach that figure. And I remember in 2017, when we first brought it to the attention of the government and ministries, they were not believing us. And they said, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" They kept asking us. And we were working so hard behind the scenes to collate all the information. And eventually they recognized it. And right from the Prime Minister to ministers, every talk on women empowerment always includes a word about women pilots as well. So we're very proud about the kind of work we have put in all these years, and we want to continue to do so and make it a mission. We have to pay our deepest gratitude and respects to the founder members of IWPA, Chanda Budapatti, Rabia Fateh Ali, Mohini Shroff, Sunila Bhajekar, Mangala Joshi, and Kumul. And all these is the old picture of when IWPA started. So thank you. And some of our key players who are still very much active. Captain Chanda Budapatti, she was the first Indian woman to also set a speed record for a single plane. Captain Rabia, she was the first woman private pilot license holder in India, holding PPL number 13, and she used to fly in a sari. So it's very interesting to hear her stories. And Mohini Shroff, the first lady to participate in the Air Race India organized by Aeronautical Society, also a founder member. And all the other various women, Captain Saudamini, Captain Nivedita, so many women pilots have put in so much of hard work. But in the interest of time, I'm not going through each one. But for the key positions, I'm presently the president of IWPA, and we have been fostering this for a long time now. And various glass ceilings that we broke is actually, a message to the various women that for me, like I lost my flying career due to medical reasons after being selected as the first woman in 1988. But that never to die spirit, the ability to rise back again and again become the first lady ground instructor of pilots, again the first lady safety investigator, the first human factors and CRM facilitator, the first head in Indian aviation in various areas, not just for female, but for male and female together in quality management, in SMS, safety management, environment management systems, emergency response, lead auditor, LOSA, risk. The reason I'm highlighting these is actually to tell you that there is so much of scope for women in aviation and aerospace. Using this as an example, I was also fortunate that I became the first woman CEO of an airline in India, which was Alliance Air then. And after privatization of Air India, I returned to the parent company of Air India. So there are all these areas which we already have women now, because I was also the chief of flight safety. And now you know that there are more and more women coming up in non-active pilot roles, in senior management and leadership roles, which is also very important. And we have our brilliant secretary who's been supporting us all this time, Captain Sangeeta Bangar, again involved with all areas of aviation, of operations, roster, flight safety, training, etc. Posh. She's been a PIC for many years now and felicitated with various awards, as you can see on the screen. Similarly, our treasurer presently is from Indigo, and she's flying on the Airbus 320. She was earlier with Vistara, flying the Boeing and Boeing 787. She's been working with IWPA for the last 10 years. So I just wanted to share these little stories about these women who are actually non-profit bodies. We don't earn 1 rupee for doing all the work behind the scene, but we are really passionate, committed, and we want to promote more and more women to come into the forefront. We similarly have certain IWPA chapters and heads, and we thank each one of them for their consistent support. We have a separate Bangalore chapter headed by Dr. Tessie Thomas. Some of you may be aware, she's from DRDO, the Missile Women of India. From Delhi, we have Sunita Dutt, again a pioneer and for many years a pilot plus a lawyer. In Hyderabad, we have a very dynamic lady, Captain Sapna Patel. In Mumbai, we have Preeti Kohel, who was earlier in Jet Airways, and she's an examiner and doing really well. In Montreal, we have a Canada chapter with Dr. Shefali Juneja, who was in ICAO, who is our chapter head. In Australia, we have Captain Adrienne Fleming. In France, we have Captain Christine Debussy. And in the interest of time, many other countries like UAE, Malaysia, Thailand. So when we speak about Atmanirbhar Bharat, what I'm proud about IWPA is this is the only institution which started in India in aviation and aerospace, but actually has foreign chapters linked to India, not the other way around. Normally, it's a foreign organization and India is becoming a part of it, which is also good. I mean, they're also doing a lot of work, but in this case, it's India that is taking the lead, and that's why I wanted to specially mention that. We also have expanded now into different areas to give more and more voice to some of the other people who could be engaged in expanding the women in these specific areas. Like we now have a separate helicopter wing, we have a separate drone wing, we have an aerosports wing, we have a human factor wing, we have an aeromedicine wing, and we are working on more and more wings to further, expand and grow in depth of knowledge and in helping more and more women to come forward. We also believe that we need to be in partnership with organizations that think similarly. We have MOUs with various organizations like the Aeronautical Society of India, the WICCI National Aviation Council, Space Kids India, the National Institute of Management and Research, Aviakul, TIAT, which is the Thakur Institute of Aviation and Technology, the Skyline Aviation Club, Redbird Aviation, HARPS, WICCI Integrated Management Systems. We are also partnering in different formats and different times, organizations such as ICAO, IATA, MOCA, the 99s, the Women in Aviation and Airlines, the DGCA, the Airport Authority of India, MROs, ISRO, DRDO, Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, NCC, Indian Oil, IGRUA, flying schools, aviation and aerospace bodies. So I just wanted to tell you that we have to be in this collaborative spirit to actually meet the mission. And to keep the mission goal there, we may be doing some work, but if there are other institutes also supporting, we can do even better. That was the purpose of sharing this with you. And now, on the eve of International Women's Day, we would like to launch the 25 by 25. So this is our launch with the International Women Professionals in Aviation and Aerospace. And we are really excited to inform you that our Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation has been kind enough to spearhead this mission. And we really owe him a lot. And we thank our Honorable Minister, Mr. Ram Mohan Naidu, Minister of Civil Aviation, to encourage us to meet this vision of 25 by 25. So thank you, everybody in MOCA and the Honorable Minister for this kind gesture. We would also like to thank IATA because we are following up with IATA regularly, and they themselves have a mission of 25 by 2025. So we are encouraging them, and we are also taking support from them and vice versa. So Mr. Willie Walsh, thank you very much, Director General of IATA, who has specially congratulated IWPA for all the hard work that we are putting in to reach this women goal that we have set for ourselves. We would also like to thank the Chairman of Airports Authority of India, Mr. Vipin Kumar, who has been very kind and agreed to support IWPA fully in this mission throughout the year, which we will be carrying out and linking and promoting women at all the different airports in their various functions of work. So thank you, Mr. Vipin Kumar. And we would, of course, like to thank our very dynamic Chief of Indian Air Force, Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh. And despite his travel, he was kind enough to help us on this launch. And he has very clearly told us that Indian Air Force has always been a champion of women's empowerment and equality, with over 1,762 women officers currently serving in our cadre. And among them, 140 are accomplished pilots in fighters, transports, and helicopters, and 168 as other combat crew who have shattered stereotypes and paved the way for others to follow. And they have also successfully inducted 815 Agni Veer Vayu women into our ranks, which marks a significant milestone in promoting diversity and inclusivity within the Indian Air Force. So really, really a big applause and thank you to Air Chief Marshal, Chief of Air Staff, Indian Air Force. We have also got similar kind of support from other organizations. In the interest of time, I cannot show each and every support letter, but this is just to give you an idea that it is not just the civil, but we are also working with the defense, and we are trying our best to get women in all sectors of aviation and aerospace. And not to miss our new Director General of Civil Aviation, who has been so kind. Thank you, Mr. Faiz Ahmed Kidwai, Director General of DGCA, who has agreed to support IWPA in all the requirements to help us to collaborate with them and to ensure that whatever data we require and whatever statistics we'll be working on, they us in this endeavor to get to that mission of 25 by 2025. So thank you very much, Director General of DGCA. As per the DGCA, in fact, in the last data of 2023, there was a 22.5% increase in issuance of women pilot licenses, and the number is continuously growing. And the data, of course, will keep shifting. But like I told you, women pilots is an example. We are going to have more and more other areas of aviation also included into this mission of 25 by 2025. And of course, this is a virtual cake for all of you. It is 25 by 25 cake. I wish I can cut it and serve it to you right now, but please do enjoy the cake on our behalf. We did a small celebration with the cake, and we want to share this with each one of you tomorrow. Okay, so there's Bhartiya Nari Ki Udan Shakti, and we want to make sure that India is going to rise and shine even more with this goal of 25 by 2025. And now that I have covered a brief history of IWPA and explained our mission, let's understand the way forward to women empowerment. So this is where I would actually open it to questions, since 20 minutes are already over. When we talk about women empowerment, what are we talking about? Are we talking about freedom of choice? We are talking about rights. We are talking about no discrimination. We are talking about equality. We are talking about empowerment. And this empowerment comes from within also. So we not only need to encourage the women in aviation and aerospace, but we need to also encourage that they master themselves, that they empower themselves in such a way that whatever happens around them, they remain strong, they remain powerful. They are powerful, what we call in our spiritual language, enlightened souls, who actually can vibrate with such kind of power. If you see this beautiful locket I'm wearing today, I felt like wearing this today to tell you about the power of the woman. You can actually influence 100 more women. And the leader is one who doesn't only look for followers. A leader is a one who makes 100 more leaders, right? So we want that kind of a passion to come forward from many of you to take this mission agenda ahead. Otherwise, it gets lost in that one-man show. And it is not for taking credit for individuals. It is a mass movement that we are working towards. We are actually trying to get more women leadership engaged, involved, so that they all can go 100 steps forward. So this is my general talk about what I perceive as the way to empower women, where besides IQ and EQ, which EQ you're naturally blessed with, so use it fully, intelligence, skill, knowledge, and also program yourself for using your power of empathy, of collaboration, of networking, of bonding as sisters. Like, you can help each other. And most importantly, your pure soul quotient, what I call the PSQ. So unless there is purity and divinity within you, you can't do justice to your role. When you're pure and your intention is clean, God comes to do the work for you. So, you have to have that kind of clarity of thought. And using IQ, EQ, PSQ, nothing can stop you. So with this message, I would like to end now. And I have, I think, a few minutes. If there are any questions, I'm happy to take them. Or if you have any thoughts, we can share that as well. Any questions? I like the lovely messages coming. Congratulations and happy Women's Day to all the beautiful ladies. Of
Yes,
course.
ma'am. May I ask you a question?
Yes, please go ahead.
So, what is our plan for the 25 by 25? We have 10 months remaining.
You have to make the plan, Geetanjali. This is the launch. There are hundreds of ways that we can plan it out. And we have some ideas, but all cannot be discussed in this platform. But
Okay.
like I said, you are a leader by yourself. You make a plan for yourself. The other ladies will make a plan for themselves. We are going to sit
Okay.
together and push it through.
Wonderful.
Because each one is a great leader and each one is such a dynamic woman that we have in our group. Each one a brilliant woman professional. And you not only showcase yourself, you bring another 100 in front. That is our mission. And I'm sure we can do it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question. First of all, a very happy Women's Day to everyone, all the beautiful ladies out there. Congratulations. I think all of you are doing great and all of you are wonderful. The only question I have is what will be our next step in not just the Delhi chapter, but we have already started laying down work on the Delhi chapter. But what about the other chapters? Are we having some similar goal, or do we have one line or one path to go to, or everyone comes up with different ideas and come from different fields and then come on and give their suggestions and then we can move ahead? So what do you suggest for that? Do we
So
come out?
every chapter can work with their members. Plus, it's not only the Delhi chapter, there's so many others, and we can even open more chapters if required. And the ideas are quite clear. We have to do a lot of engagement. We have to do a lot of mentorship. We have to go to schools and colleges. We have to actually take the students from 9th standard to 12th standard and do those outreach programs, right? We have to motivate many of them and tell them, make them more aware. Many of them are not even aware that these career paths exist. Thankfully, due to certain role models, children today are becoming more aware when they see it on social media or when they see it somewhere else. So we need to promote it more. But there are also a lot of women who are still hesitant. We have to talk to their parents, we have to talk to their family members, give them that kind of moral support that yes, they can do it. So it's an engagement. It takes time, but it will happen. The fact that we are already at 15 to 16%, and I've been watching this figure rise gradually, it shows that so much change is happening, right? But where we need to focus is in areas also of maintenance, areas of air traffic control, areas of safety specialists, risk specialists, quality specialists. We've got like flight dispatchers. We've got so many avenues open for women, including those in space, in the aerospace side. We've got those wonderful ISRO women who are now party to a lot of our activities, and they can help us in doing a lot of space, advancements. We have now got an MOU with Space Biz also. We have an understanding with ISRO also. We have an understanding with DRDO as well as AESI. So all these are anyway supporting us. So main thing is we have to have the big clarity that how we are going to take it forward step by step. And all ideas are welcome because every idea, I'm sure, is a brilliant idea. So today when you sleep, think about this a little more. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to get even better ideas. And let's just do it. So it is the launch, but it is also putting the thinking cap and making sure that we do whatever we can to get there.
Okay, thank you for that, ma'am.
It was a wonderful session, Dr. Harpreet, and thank you so much for all that you've achieved, personally, and for guiding the other women on this path. I'm sure that there are countless women who are benefited by these impactful projects that all of you are doing. And I'm happy to be listening to you and look forward to seeing you soon sometime again.
Sure, anytime. Thank you so much. We look forward to meeting you also.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harpreet ma'am. Always such a pleasure listening to you.
I would like to take this opportunity. Hello. Dr. Harpreet, I would like to take this opportunity to, invite women for expressing their interest to a curriculum that we are developing with the University of Toulouse for aviation management and law. And we would be offering some discounts to women if they want to take it up. So I would be sharing the details with you as well as the members of WICCI. So if anybody is interested, please feel free to write to me and I can share more details about that.
Absolutely. More than welcome. To be honest, I didn't mention that. We have a tie-up with National Institute of Management and Research. And we actually that initiative and we got BBAs and MBAs in aviation management done for our women. And through correspondence, they were already flying crew. We helped them, connect to some of the syllabus requirements. And then we all got degrees. I mean, the people who applied for it, of course, they got degrees of Masters of Business Administration in Aviation Management and in BBA as well. And that was quite successful. And they are still in collaboration.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we can talk about it. We have done some of these things. And now we are also now with the Thakur Institute of Aviation Technology. So we are actually in this collaborative mode where we are talking to training institutes and others, because then you address the student level, and we are there as main influencers with all of them.
Right. I'll connect with you soon.
And I must tell you, we keep talking about pilots, but very recently in December of 2024, you must have seen we celebrated, IWPA celebrated that the 787 complete engine change was done by a team of only women. And, we promoted them and we honored them. So we were so happy that now the maintenance women are also shining. And it was a team of only women who did the whole engine change of 787. And there are a lot of things now happening, slow and steady, but we have to keep breaking the glass ceiling and just push on.
Correct. I'll connect with you, Dr. Harpreet. So that will be wonderful to collaborate.
Sure, anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Harpreet, so much for a lovely talk. And I wanted to ask you, if you could share some insights on the impact of the removal of the DNI, what Trump has done on your mission, because you all are global. So if you have to, get someone in from America, or how is it impacting the global scene for this mission of 25 by 2025?
So I don't think we are really deterred by what XYZ do in their respective countries. For us, I'm very clear, whether you call it DNI or you don't call it DNI. Fact is, we are working here to encourage women empowerment. And whether they use that title or not, we do have people in America who are supporting us. And we do have a group of people who are wanting to collaborate with us, including Boeing. And therefore, I'm not discouraged by this. These are small things. That's what I meant by you have to be powerful from inside. All these things are not deterrents. You can always find a way around.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I think the time is up. But thank you, Lynn, and thank you all the listeners and all the people who spend their precious 30 minutes here. I know time is very valuable to everybody. So thank you. And let's celebrate Women's Day with a lot of love, a lot of passion, a lot of joy. Most important thing is to be happy from inside. If you're not happy, you'll not do anything properly. So the thing is, let's be joyful from within. Let's be passionate about what we're doing. once we are happy from inside, we can make others happy as well. And professionally, we can rise and shine better when we are happy. So I would always like to blend these aspects together when we talk about women empowerment. So have a great day. Enjoy.
Thank you,
Have a
Harpreet.
great day.
And log on.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.